welcome to today's live. I'm the Urban Seer, your guide to love, destiny and manifesting the life you desire. I hope you're all doing well. Gentle reminder of how I read during these lives. And for anyone new who might be here, I'm an energy reader. I read intuitively for the questions that I'm drawn to. And if you'd like to be considered for a reading, please submit your name, like, number and question via the pinned link. All the guidelines are in the form as well via that pinned link. And the more context and detail that you share, the deeper and clearer the reading can be. Please bear in mind I don't do yes/no questions, general or timeline. And before we go any further, I invite everyone who is here to take a moment with me to take a slow breath in and out, and allow yourself to settle and soften and arrive into this space. So keep an open heart and an open mind, and trust that whatever message is meant for you will find you, whether spoken directly to you or through the collective energy. But let's get into it. I'm going to go over and grab the list. Hey Sruthi, I'm good, thank you. I hope you are too. Hey Geeta, nice to see you. Tia, Country, my love. Let's get into it. So first up is Sruthi. I'm just going to go and grab your question. And today's deck is the Neon Rider-Waite deck as well. Thank you, Sruthi. Yes, got it all going on today. Flowers, bracelets. Hey, Country. So Sruthi asks, let's give these cards a good shuffle. Sruthi asks, what's coming for me in February? Any challenges or maybe something good? Let's have a look, Shruti. Spirit, what's coming through in February for Shruti? Ooh, this is good energy. 10 of Pentacles, very abundant. Can be positive news, increases in finances, kind of what it feels like a continuing steps in the right direction towards your 10 of Pentacles, which is about really the kind of end goal, the ideal life of what we're working towards. So there's a couple here, there's children here, look, this is your grandfather energy, I feel like, coming through. It's like a family orientated energy. And it's about stability, it's about commitment, it's about being abundant in many areas of your life. Obviously, because it is Pentacles, it's grounded in the here and now. So it's about work, where you live, but also the relationships and grounded relationships. So I'm going to dig a bit deeper to tell us, see what Spirit else can say about this. Tell me more, Spirit. Yes, your grandpa is making an appearance there. So the energy which came through for you quite a lot, I feel like, for 2026, Ruthie, was Wands energy, which was fire, which was about being driven, which was about being direct, which was this general kind of message about you advocating for yourself and going after what you want and really being a bit more selfish and not sacrificing your energy, your time, your ambitions, and putting them on the back burner and putting them on the sidelines for others. Even your grandpa, you know, who I know has given you a lot, but it doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice, you know, your dreams for someone who has helped you, really. So I feel like that energy, the Queen of Wands energy, is what in February is what will usher in breakthroughs, will usher in progress to achieving this Ten of Pentacles. You are on the right track. I feel like if you can bring this energy, then the universe is saying, this is what's coming. I'm almost interested as well that your grandpa doesn't look that happy. There's sort of like, there is a bit of a grumpiness there, but they are here. I feel like they won't, you know, they're not going to cut you off. They're not going to abandon you. They're not going to leave you. But by being a bit more Queens of energy, you know, you might Queen of Wands energy, so you might ruffle a few feathers, but that's okay. They're still always going to be part of the picture, part of your family, and part of your Ten of Pentacles, your abundant life. Okay, I hope that resonated, Shruti. Shruti says, yes, I'm starting to be selfish. Good. Selfish gets a bad rap, but actually, you know, putting ourselves first, speaking out for ourselves, advocating for ourselves is a good thing. Okay, so Simply My Style, are you here? You're next, my dear. Shruti says, my grandpa is Orthodox, okay, and I am a rule breaker, yeah. Ruffling those feathers. Simply My Style, let me know if you're here. Or Don't Be Stalking Me, are you here? There's My Style. Is My Style Simply My Style? I believe so. Okay. So Simply My Style's question is, can you look into my energy and see if everyone around me hates me, or if someone in my energy field attracts, or something in my energy field attracts haters? Now, this isn't really how I would kind of normally use the tarot in answer to... So there's no list anymore, My Style. I just read to whoever I'm drawn to. So there's been an update, but here we are. So does everyone around me hate me? I mean, that's kind of feels very... I want to say negative in a way, but, you know, I'm sure that's kind of not the case, is what I want to say, yeah? It would be more useful maybe to look at why you feel like this, okay? If you feel like you're attracting negative people into your life, or... I'll see what spirit, what message they have for you. More along the lines of why you are feeling like this. Feeling that everyone hates you. Feeling that there's this negative energy around you, okay? Three of Wands is waiting for what you want is on its way to you. It's really the promise of what you want is on its way to you, but we are in a waiting period. And sometimes it can be very frustrating. We can feel stuck. We can feel lost. But it's really about trusting divine timing. So maybe it's about, I know you spoke about wanting, a real friendship and deep connection, or maybe in love, maybe in friendship, or just in the area of your relationships, yeah? That we are waiting and still wanting and longing for that, which is a pure wish. It is a good wish and it is a good ambition to uphold, okay? And this is Spirit coming in to say, maybe these people aren't in your life as yet, but they are on their way to you. They will come to shore. You just have to keep doing what you can on your side, my style, okay? About putting yourself in situations where you can meet new people. If you find that the people around you don't align with you, are negative to you, we have to keep searching and putting ourselves in situations to make real connections in whatever way that feels possible, but being more social. And it's like dating, in a way. Friendships that can be like, it's the same thing with friendships and dating in a way. It can be better to almost approach it as if you're trying to get a job, if that makes sense, that we have to go on numerous dates or numerous friendship dates, and keep going. If you were training to be a lawyer, if you had setbacks, you wouldn't just give up. You'd keep revising, you'd keep taking the exams, you'd keep putting in the effort, you'd keep studying. And it's the same kind of thing, I think, applies to relationships that we want, that we have to kind of apply, that we think, oh, it's not meant for us if we get a setback, or if we have a connection with someone who turns out not to be our person. The best response to that is just to keep going, just as you would not give up on, say, a work ambition. I'm specifically going to pull a card on this negativity that you are feeling, though, from others, and how to deal with them. Ooh. So there is a tower moment going on here for you. In the past, it can be about that we're still feeling the repercussions of, I don't know if you've had a specific tower moment that's already occurred, my style, okay, where it can be that you are betrayed or you are let down by someone in a big way, and it's kind of changed who you are on a deep level. And tower moments can be life-changing, really. It's when something that we thought was going well, something that we thought was right for us, is really kind of crumbles and is snatched away from us. And it can be very shocking and very disruptive. You see these people having to jump from this falling tower. And what I like to call the tower card, even though it can be shocking and it can be deeply sad at the time and upsetting, but it's the universe removing you from a situation that was not meant for you. I call it a spiritual intervention. It's often a situation that for whatever reason we can't get ourselves out of, so the universe intervenes and does it for us, reveals someone's true nature. It's kind of things like job loss, breakdown of a relationship, etc. Something like that. I was abandoned by someone I loved truly. Okay, so I think Spirit has brought this in to say maybe that this is still informing where you're at now, and don't let that person who betrayed you, we can learn the lessons of whatever that situation is, but don't let that person take that away from you to be open-hearted in relationships moving forward. And that this is maybe still something to work through, that is like the hangover of this is still present, yeah? Okay, I'll leave that there. Okay, don't be stalking me. Are you here, my dear? Thank you, Geeta, for moderating. Oh, there you are, my dear. Okay, let's get into it. So don't be asked, since the dinner went left with my baby daddy Elle's family, there's a bit of a delay in the chat, so just bear with us if you've said that you're here, and I haven't seen it yet. I see you now. So Don't Be says, yes, since the dinner went left with my baby daddy Elle's family, my son doesn't want anything to do with them. Okay, I blocked them for a few days. I've been getting random text messages from call number where he's at. Sorry, from a Cali number where he's at. And other numbers. I know it's him. What are his next actions? Okay. Yeah, if anyone wants to help boost the channel, if you just want to leave a comment after this live is finished, just on the video, that would be greatly appreciated. Helps to push it out to new viewers. Thank you so much. Don't Be Stalking says, I don't understand him at all. I'm sorry that you're going through this. It's when children are involved, it's just on another level, yeah? Let's see his intentions. He hasn't made a decision yet what to do. This is someone who's in bondage, you know, in a way, like they're so stuck. And they're at a crossroads. You know, here, each sword here that is crossed, representing the crossroads. They can go this way, they can go that way. And I kind of feel like it's like they can do the right thing and kind of communicate better and try to bring this situation back into alignment, yeah, like kind of calm things down, back off, do the right thing. Or they can, I feel like they can go the other way and kind of continue to blow this situation up. I'm going to pull another card to get more of a read on them, but they feel at the minute that they, maybe as well, that they don't know what to do, like with what the situation that has happened. They're not, and maybe that they're just acting out by messaging you. this is not really thought out. They're just like, it's like a scatter approach, in the sense that they're just being very reactive, and they haven't actually got a clear place or a clear path, or made a clear choice yet. He'll pick the less accountable way. It's so hard for me to let go, even with him saying he doesn't want us to talk to him. Okay, let's keep going. I'm just pulling one more. Okay. So, this is your energy, Queen of Cups here, this is obviously very emotional, very upsetting. There are lots of mixed emotions, like sadness about letting go, anger, all of it's going on, yeah? It's like a big wave, like a tsunami of emotions, okay? Now, the Queen of Cups, it's really important for you at this time to hold your nerve and to not jump into this chaos with them, okay? So we need to allow ourselves to feel the feelings, but also not to be reactive, maybe not to act on them, and let this kind of period of intensity maybe settle down, so that we can process how we're feeling, we can process what has happened. There's no rush here, okay? We need to go slow, and we need to get like a handle on our emotions and let the dust settle. You know, you don't have to do anything yet. We don't have to make any decisions. We don't have to make any moves. We just have to focus on our feelings right now and getting more centered and into a better place. Because there is something good coming in for you, some good news, a change in the situation, moving a step closer to what you want. Because this came through earlier, so this is kind of a collective energy message which is happening right now. This is you having to wait it out to get closer to what you want. This is your ships coming in. Something in this situation, a positive change, something, maybe even it's about being able to let go of them and feel more that you can let go of them, or that there's a change in them. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, about kind of your wish, your goal, your outcome. That what are these ships that are on their way to you? The ships represent something that you want. But we must wait, again, like there's this waiting energy and the importance of that. Use this time to get a handle on our feelings and just try to be still. And then finally, this was their next move, is that there is some kind of offer. The Ace of Wands is that their energy moves towards you, and they do offer some kind of way forward. Doesn't mean that you have to take it, because it sounds like you've been very let down by them. You say that they're not accountable, they are a chaos bringer. But be prepared that they may, I don't know if they put on, you know, the charm towards you. How do they try to move past things, sidestep issues, re-engage with you? That's this Ace of Wands energy, them attempting to re-engage with you after this. So be prepared for that, and also question, I would say, what they are actually offering to you. Don't just jump on it. You know, if it's them just maybe with empty promises, turning up with empty promises, which can be one's energy sometimes, you know, talking the talk but not being able to back that up. So if they are someone who turns on the charm, don't fall for it. Okay, I'll leave it there. Yes, with his wand. Okay, so Samreen, I don't think Samreen is here. I'll do a shout out if Samreen is here, but maybe not. So we'll move on to Country, my love. If you're here, you're very welcome. Don't be stalking me, keep us posted. Hey, Country. So Country says, lately I've been feeling a bit over it with everything and everyone. Basically in hermit mode. Yes, 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 Country, I know that feeling. I think this is a good thing, okay, but what should I be working on to help this elevation flow smoother? Okay, so it feels like maybe some kind of transition, some kind of breakthrough maybe, yeah? It's good that you recognize that. Let's see what Spirit has to say. What should Country be working on to help this elevation flow smoother? Get the Ace of Wands again. What I hear, so is, can we try new things? Because maybe you're feeling over it with everything, everyone. And the Ace of Wands is a new beginning, new cycle. An Ace of Wands is stuff that we feel passionate about, stuff that our heart's desires, you know, gets us excited, gets us feeling inspired, is that fiery energy. Or it could be that an opportunity as well is coming down the track that will invite you into a situation that is on it, the promise that it's on its way to you. Because I understand if you feel in hermit mode, it might not feel like the right time to try new things and try new, you might just feel like being still and slowing down, being alone, going slow. And this might come further down the track, that you, when you begin to maybe feel bored with that energy or frustrated with that energy and you want to try new things. And from that, or also retrospectively, it could be an invitation into a new cycle, a new adventure. Oh, it's really funny because you say, Country, that you feel in hermit mode, and then the cards that are coming through are like vibrant, exciting. Like we've got the major arcana, the Chariot card, moving fast. So I feel like there is a sort of what's the word? There is an inevitable switch up and change, saying that this period won't last long. This period is leading towards a real switch up and kind of the opposite of boring in a way. I feel like it is new situations, new people, new energy. There is going to be a switch up in February when we go into the year of the horse, the fire horse, which I've touched on a few times. So that's when this energy, because it's very kind of fiery energy, it's exciting energy, that would be the 17th of Feb. So sort of from then onwards, it's when you can expect maybe a switch up for you. So in the meantime, so I'm going to pull one more card just because I'm nosy. Whilst we're waiting for this, I mean, this could be a new person as well, you know, that if you look at it kind of objectively from a distance as well, this could actually be a person's energy coming in with an offering, and it'll actually be, you know, a person that really switches it up for you, someone that you are interested in, someone that does feel different from the past. Yes. So in the meantime, Spirit, advice for country. Five of Pentacles. It's a difficult time. It is. Maybe you're feeling that. Feels like a struggle. It is a difficult time of year for many people, I think, as well. You know, when it's like, it's a long month. It's like after all the festivities. It can be a tough time of year, depending where you are in the world as well, but it can be dark and cold. It certainly is where I am. But more maybe just energetically, it feels like it's a struggle, yeah? These people feel in a kind of state of lack, like nothing that's been offered to them is what they want, really. Then with the 5, though, know again that whenever we see 5, that it can be very heavy and intense at the time, but it will pass. So know that, and try not to fight this slow-moving, quiet period. Try to give in to the stillness, to the hermit energy, and enjoying your own company, just take care of your energy, because in time, soon enough, this is coming, and then you certainly won't be bored. Okay, you will be out of this energy. Okay, I'll leave it there. You love how nosy I am. Yeah, I'm just a nosy gal. Okay, next up we have Tia Beer. Thank you, Geeta, for all your messages in the chat. I appreciate it. I'm just posting a part of Tia's message, but I'll read it. Hi, Tia. So Tia says, me and Pisces had a heart-to-heart. It was about his capacity to give while he's going through tremendous stress with his family drama. Curious if he even still sees me as long-term and what his intentions are at this point. I feel like every time we get close, yeah, some outside force puts blockages up in this case, it's his family, siblings, and their legal issues. Just curious if it's worth it, and this at this point. Okay, let's see, let's see. Let's do an energy read on him. Yeah? First. Oh, how many times have we had this card today? This is, you know, collective energy. So this is him waiting for the ships to come in, waiting for what he wants. What does he want? Is the next question. What does he want? Oh. I still think he wants this to work with you because we have this star card here. This vision, this intention to, you know, a wish come true. I think for this to be long term, for this to work out. Sometimes I wonder, because Pisces can be, you know, quite delusional. Like, sometimes I wonder with this Pisces what it is that they need for confirmation. You know, and I feel like sometimes these blockages is like I don't know, it's almost like keeping you at a distance, keeps you on a pedestal. Like, this is your energy. I feel like you are the star, you are this woman pictured here, and you represent, you know, the long-term commitment, the relationship that they want. But there is something a little bit of maybe that they won't allow you to be kind of human and real, and there's something about you being, you know, if they don't keep you at arm's length and fully commit, then they can always keep sort of chasing this dream, this ideal, if this makes sense. Yes, agreed, says Tia. So, you know, even though these issues, the family, the siblings, the issues are real things, tangible things, they're kind of allowing it to be a block. They are keeping you at a distance. But it's not because they don't feel strongly for you, they don't, you know, love you. They see you as this star energy. But there's something about it for them that they're, I suppose, fear, ultimately, of, you know, really, you know, because a real relationship is, you know, is the nitty gritty, is kind of not always pretty, yeah? The nitty gritty that's not always pretty. Tell me more, Spirit. What should Tia, advice for Tia, please? It leaves you in a tricky position, Tia. The High Priestess, your intuition, tapping into that inner voice. It's a major arcana. Being able to kind of see beyond the veil. I think what this advice says is that for you, because I think there's a lot of doubt in you here as well, is that firstly, we need to stop kind of doubting their feelings for us. Okay, I do feel like that the love is there, the feelings of that is there, but at the same time we have been circling this situation of these blockages that they keep putting up. Like, that is also real, and those two things can exist at the same time. Okay, like it's not like that, oh, he can't, he keeps throwing up blockages, objections that stop us getting closer. That must mean he doesn't love me, he doesn't feel anything for me, he doesn't care about me. That's not the case. But what is true, I think, is that your Pisces is struggling to really let someone in on a very basic level. So that does leave you in a very tricky place. But if you need to see where this goes still, then, and you're not ready to walk away, and there is emotion here, there is love here, and you want to see where it goes, then try to work on just stop doubting the love, okay? And kind of try to see that this is what the Pisces does. This is his pattern. Then the second question is this someone that you still want to engage with and put your energy in if they keep putting these blockages in? Do you want to wait for them? Do you want to see this out? But at least see the situation firstly clearly for what it is. Final message, please, Spirit. I mean, no one can tell you what to do, and no one can tell you what is right, what is wrong. There isn't any right or wrong answer here, but it's about doing what your intuition is telling you, that inner voice. Are we going to stick this out? Or is this person taking away my peace? Tough questions to face. Oh, and then we have more ones. These two are very similar, yeah. They do feel, this is the Pisces, and they do feel kind of stuck. They want this, I feel like, because the Wands is all about looking to the future and their desires, their passions, their ambitions of what they want. But what they're currently struggling is this: they can see it in you, they can feel it, they can see it, and they can almost touch it. But because of, for whatever reason, within them, lack of courage, fear of being hurt, they can't embrace their future. It's almost like their future is here now. They just need to get out of their own way. But instead, they're keeping it all at a distance. Okay, I'll leave it there. Because there's a lot of, we get close, you have a deep connection, it goes well, he lets you in, you get to be close, and then the barrier goes up, yeah? Then it goes back down, he lets you in, then the barrier goes up. So that's a lot to deal with. Okay, you're welcome. Sonali, are you here, my dear? We have Sonali, we have Mariana, so this is I'll post the list just because I'm going to read for everyone remaining who is here. Oh, hey Sonali, I'll give me a shout out if you're on the list. So we've got if you're here: Sonali, Mariana, Kristen, Eco7, Geeta. I know that you are here, my love. Thanks, Geeta. Sonali is here. So this is Sonali's question, who asks, Saurav, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Saurav's current feelings, not in contact, ex situationship. Let's have a look at their feelings, thoughts and feelings right now. Thanks, Kristen. Okay, Saurav's current feelings. Thinking of the future. Just had this energy, just had this card, some more collective energy coming through. Contemplation is also the Two of Wands. So there is a stillness, there is a calm before the storm kind of feeling, where they are contemplating their next move. They are thinking of you and this situation and thinking about what that future might look like. And that can be both sides of this coin, as in what this future might look like with you or what this future might look like without you. But you are in their thoughts, you are on their mind. They are thinking deeply about this. They are contemplating seriously what is the future of this connection. They're not quite sure yet, I think. They're not quite sure even of their next move yet. Tell me more, Spirit. They're going through a transition. This is you. I feel like this connection is going through a transition. That's what Six of Swords is. We can see that. Can you see how energetically that you are still together? You're still kind of, even though you're not communicating energetically, we are still together somewhere. And we're actually transitioning from choppy waves, so a tumultuous time, maybe the past of what you went through together and things went awry, things didn't work out for whatever reason. Maybe there was external stresses going on for you. But we are transitioning into a calmer future. We also need to make change our mindset a little bit, I think, as well, and reassess the situation. Like if this relationship was if we're going to reconnect, then things need to be different, okay? We can't go back to how things were. If we're going to move this connection forward, then we've got some outdated mindsets. We've maybe got some outdated ideas about each other or how this relationship needs to go. So this card brings in that energy if we need to release some outdated energies. And because it's swords, it's about our thought process and about maybe how we communicate with each other as well. There was something that was obviously why this connection didn't work out, which is what needs to change. But we are sort of heading in a calmer, better direction. So if they do decide to reach out to you and communicate to you, because they are thinking about it, they're still undecided, but they are thinking about it. And if they decide to communicate with you, then you can expect to be in a better place. But we must also be honest. Maybe we weren't as upfront as we should been last time. Maybe we held back. We need to speak our truth, and we also need to kind of forget the past in order to create a new future together as well. We can't hold on to old resentments or things that have gone wrong. We'll have to cut that tie fully and start afresh. I hope that resonated. Hey, love angels. Let me see who's still here, because if you follow the list is still open, Geeta, actually, because I'm just reading obviously of who I'm drawn to. So if Love Angels is still here, you can submit your question via, there's a pinned link at the top in the chat, and you can just read in the form that there's the guidelines of submitting the question. Mariana, are you here, my dear? I saw Kristen was here. So yeah, Geeta, the list is always open at, as I'm just reading for those that I'm drawn to, if that makes sense. Thanks, Kristen. So Kristen says, but Geeta, if you could just, if you get that, yeah, that the list isn't closed, just so you're aware, just because Love Angel asked to go on the list. So just if you don't mind, just direct people to the pinned comment, okay? Okay, Kristen, my love, this is for you. So Kristen asks, hi Seer, I just want to know if there is any change in S's actions towards me. Let's have a look. Let's get a read on their energy. Ooh, battle worn, weary. 9 of Wands, Kristen. They kind of a little bit energetically frazzled, I would say. Can you see how quite stressed they are? They're worried, yeah. There's something quite angsty about this card, this energy. And this can be to do with this connection, but it also can be to do with kind of a bigger spectrum, in the sense of, like, I don't know if they're going through it in other ways or have been, and they feel like stressed out. But what I would say is, always with the 9 of Wands, is that someone is up still for fighting for this and going back into battle, so to speak, like going in for another round. I'm going to keep going. I mean, are they not stressed about I mean, maybe it's stuff that's going on that you're not aware of, or maybe that they're more stressed about this connection than what you might think or feel, Kristen. That's what this card says. So trust in spirit as always on this. Because then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is about, you know, their ideal, you know, their family, the life that they kind of want to build, their future, really. And I think that's what they're stressing about. They're stressing about the family that they want, maybe the job that they want. You know, they really are kind of having a bit of a wobble, really, about if they are going to be able to get what they want. So I think this, you not being in contact, you know, this is part of this wobble for sure, Kristen. So I think maybe you might have disregarded it quite quickly, that, and you know, through their actions, I know they've given you lots of mixed messages, that like they're not bothered and they're not that they don't care. But I think you were definitely part of this picture about being in no contact and the breakdown maybe of your connection, that this has played into their anxiety and worry about this future that they want to build. Yeah, the relationship they want, the marriage, the family, you know, that I think it is something that they want, and that they saw you as their person in regards to that, and they don't want to lose that. They still want this. And there is a part, if they will act on it, I'll pull one more card to see if they will act on it. But this tells me that they feel like they've not fully given up on this. Next actions, please. Next actions, lots of ups and downs. They may escape into work and busyness to distract themselves from all this. Okay, from this. I don't know if that's, remind me if that's something that they do in the past, that they stay busy to be avoidant, essentially. Or it can, or, you know, it can be both of these things, that they also have a very up and down feelings about this situation, which is more of that in-out energy, that they want it, then they kind of fall out of that, making a move, then, you know, they want this, then they take a step back, take a step forward, take a step back. That up and down energy that is here as well. If you look at this infinity sign, it's an infinity loop. And what they need to do is get centered and get grounded about what they really want. And I think that's the issue here. They know they want this, but they don't know how to get there. It's a little bit like Tia's message, in the sense that they're always keeping it at a distance. Their energy feels quite mixed up. They haven't released this, they haven't let go of this connection fully. But their energy is still kind of all over the place, which is maybe what's been the issue all along. Okay, I'll leave it there. Hey Namira, thanks for stopping by. What time we're on? There's still time if you want to put a question in, Namira, but if you haven't got anything to ask, that's absolutely fine. Eco7, my love, are you here? Just stopping by and listening. Awesome. No worries, Namira. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Eco. Awesome. I'm glad that you're here. So, Eco7 says, as we are welcoming a year of the horse, yes, we are, which I'm very excited about. 17th of Feb. I'm going to be doing like a New Year special as well. It won't land exactly on the 17th, but it will be. I'll let everyone know. But it will be, so it'll be Monday the 16th. So not next week, but the week after. Plan to do a New Year special to welcome in the new year and the year of the horse. But Eco says, so as we are welcoming the year of the horse, may I seek spiritual guidance for our whole family in general, please? That is a big question, Eco. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Family guidance for Eco, please, Spirit. Important decisions to be made, Eco7. A crossroads, okay? So this woman, which represents really, is guidance for all of the family, as you asked. Important choices that will influence big changes in the year ahead. Now this woman is, you may already know what this is, Eco7, or it can be coming down the track, in the future. But there can be a period when we see this card where we really feel quite uncertain about the path isn't clear, about what the next step is. And it can kind of mess with our heads, give us some anxiety that we feel very unsure. And at this stage, because this woman is blindfolded here, it's always to trust about tapping into your intuition and to what your soul is telling you. And it is that quiet voice that's always trying to speak to us, yeah? And it's our responsibility to quiet that noise that's trying to drown that intuitive voice out. A lot of people think that intuition is like this huge thing, yeah, like as if we're going to have a light bulb moment, we're going to have this explosion of insight, when actually it's this kind of more, it's very quiet, and it's more of a whisper, and it's like a continuous kind of background noise almost. And it's our job, like I say, to still the loud noises, the loud voices that are trying to drown out. And the loud voices is anxiety, is ego, is fear. It's all of that stuff. Tell me more, Spirit. The Hermit, Major Arcana. Again, all about looking within. So this is where the answers will be found. The Hermit energy is reflection. It's about, again, getting quiet. It's about getting still. And this is where the revelations are. This is where what will answer these difficult decisions. Do you have an inkling, Eco, already about what these decisions will be? Like I say, they may just come in as we move more into the year, because the fire horse, as you're probably aware, if you know about the year of the horse, what kind of energy it brings is big change. It's a very transformative year, and it moves very fast and furious. And in a way, it's kind of like up to everyone to kind of almost like hold the reins back a little bit on the fire horse, yeah? Because the fire horse will just rock it off if we're not careful. And one final message, please, Spirit. There will be endings. So some things will need to be released and closed off. 10 of Wands is about releasing burdens. So this new year will also give your family the opportunity to close off certain chapters that no longer serve you. So stuff that you've been carrying for a while, burdens, like literally like this bag of wands on your back. And finally this person is weary, is tired, yeah, but they've made it to the finish line and they can finally put some burdens down. And maybe that will come with making some tough decisions, that certain stuff which we don't no longer need, that we've been carrying for too long, we can finally release and let go of, and start fresh chapters with the Ace that comes after the 10. So from looking inward, introspection, spiritual approach, you know, like listening to that inner voice, listening to inner guidance, that spark of light that's within us all, facing tough decisions, difficult decisions, by listening to that voice, that will keep you right, that will keep you level and calm. And once we're able to make those tough decisions, important decisions, I'll say, rather than tough, because it doesn't, I'm not trying to say that this is negative decisions. It's more like just big decisions that can be life-changing, and the kind of pressure that comes with that. But in making those important decisions, we are releasing stuff that no longer serves us, and we'll feel lighter. Okay. I'll leave it there, Eco. I hope that resonated. Eco says, my eldest daughter will have a high school exam. Okay, Gita, my love. This is for you. Gita asks, darling, I want to know who is thinking about me and missing me. So let's see if we can get an energy signature. Oh, so there is someone missing you. And this would suggest this is an offering of love, okay? Ace of Cups here. It is new beginnings, new chapters, a love offering. So what I would say is this person who is missing you or has feelings for you, Geeta, that you won't be waiting for long until they express this, okay? Because if you see here, this is an offering. This is, the cup is full of emotion, of that good emotion, of love, of romance, of those warm, fuzzy feelings. And it's been presented to you. And it is really kind of a fresh start and a new beginning. So I will leave that door open of who this can come from. You know, it can be someone from your past. I know that Prem is still big in your thoughts and feelings. There is still a lot there for you, Geeta. So it could come through from them or it could come through from a new person. But either way, what is coming through for you is a love offering. A fresh start with someone from the past, but a new beginning with them, or a new beginning with someone new entirely. The High Priestess, lots of messages today. It's always, you know, the High Priestess has a very, very strong intuition, Geeta, and I think this is you. And the High Priestess is able to kind of see beyond the 3D. The High Priestess can see beyond the veil, and the High Priestess can see things on a deeper level, and is working energetically. Okay. So this is about trusting that what you want, that you can manifest and bring this through. And it's also about trusting your own intuition on what people are telling you. Like if something doesn't feel right, then trust that intuition. If someone is making, you know, they leave you with a good feeling, then, you know, this is taking you in the right direction. But if there's a lot of, the High Priestess is kind of like the opposite of doubt. Like if you are feeling self-doubt about this love coming through and feeling very strongly that you want it to, the High Priestess, by tapping into the High Priestess energy, she's able to tap into her intuition and kind of drop to a deeper level beyond the self-doubt and trust that she has the power and the magnetism and the manifestation power to bring through what she wants. So maybe re-engage back into your manifestation practices if you are feeling anxiety, doubt, and that you need that validation of someone to miss you and love you, which is valid, which is, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But to feel more powerful and more empowered, tap back into visualization, meditation, journaling, reclaim your power about being able to manifest this love that you want, which is really at the heart of that question of who is thinking about me, who is missing me. It's really wanting this Ace of Cups, which has already been confirmed. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Okay, and last but not least, oh, hold on. Bear with me 1 minute. Oh, Samreen, yes. Samreen, sorry. I'll read for you after Anshuman. So last on the list is Samreen. I've got you here. I have stopped posting the questions on the screen, so I'm just posting them in the chat now. One moment, I'm just having some technical difficulties. But first, drum roll. Everyone wish happy birthday to Anshuman. As I go over and grab his question. Everyone give a shout out to Anshuman in the chat. It's their birthday today. No worries, Geeta. Happy birthday, Anshuman. I hope I've had a good day. We'll have a good day and are celebrating. You're welcome, Geeta. So Anshuman asks, it's my birthday today. I want to ask Spirit about my relation with Yoshita and what she feels towards me. Absolutely. Oh, there is some up and down. Do you feel that up and down too, Anshuman? Sometimes things are good, sometimes things not so good. Emotionally, maybe she is quite up and down. And I feel like your energy is in there somewhere as well. It's somewhat of, look at this ocean back here. Sorry that it seems to be glitching a little bit. This wave, yeah, it's like a rolling ocean. Sometimes things can get choppy. But what's also kind of important here is that we see an infinity symbol. So this doesn't mean this up and down. Doesn't mean that they want to end this or anything like that. It can be just that this is their nature. maybe it's kind of, I don't know if you, it's kind of an intensity in some ways here. Someone who feels a lot and generally in their life maybe has ups and downs. The message here is it would be good though to get more grounded and more centered. And it's almost as if this energy, this up and down, to maybe you're getting used to it now, or that you need to get used to it if you're going to stay with Yashita, because there's this kind of never-ending cycle almost of this up and down, up and down. Yes, absolutely, says Anshuman. Tell me more. It was buffering for me, Geet, as well, so I think it was this, but it seems to have resolved itself. Oh, we keep getting this High Priestess as well. So I feel like with this card, with this message today, a lot of the messages that it's bringing in, it's about kind of denying, like if you have doubt about this connection and maybe the ups and downs of this connection, really at the root of the issue is kind of self-doubt or doubt about how the other person is feeling. And we need to be grounded and centered and really have a little bit more faith and a little bit more confidence and trust as well that your intuition will tell you if this situation, if this relationship is not going where it needs to go, is not progressing, is that you feel like someone is not feeling the love, say, or that you're not feeling the love. It's like you need to trust yourself that you will know that and you will see those signs and you can react, you know, then intuitively. And I think all this up and down is kind of, like I say, comes from with her as well, from self-doubt. There may be a lot of drama, there may be a lot of insecurity. And, you know, I see it time and time again in a relationship. The kind of biggest thing that causes problems, that causes issues, is insecurity. It is like not having faith and trusting that the person that you're with feels genuine feelings for you and wants to be with you. And there's no guarantee really for any relationship that it will last forever. No one can guarantee that. And I think that's what people struggle with a lot and ask, where is this going? Where is this future going? And really, we need to be more present and be more in our intuition and trust ourselves, really, that what is going on, that this person wouldn't be here with me if they didn't want to be with me. And if something does go awry or does go wrong, or this isn't right for us anymore, then I'll deal with that then. And I think that's what's going on for her a lot. So a lot of the drama, a lot of the ups and downs is insecurity, is fear. So try not to respond to that yourself. Try not to get on the roller coaster with her and understand that it's just from a place of insecurity. And she probably cares a bit too much. And that's why there's all this craziness up and down. Because she wants this to work, yeah? And she just needs to trust you and trust herself a bit more and kind of take a breath. Okay. I'll leave that there, Anshuman, but I hope that resonated. Okay, and last but not least, we have Samreen. I'm not going to post all your question, but I will read it. So I'll just post the first half Just let me know that you're here, Samreen. Hey, Samreen. So Samreen's question is, I want to understand my boyfriend's current emotional energy towards me after our recent fight, which escalated enough that his friend had to step in and call me to clarify the misunderstanding. For context, he gave you a gift, which you later noticed also appeared on another influencer's Instagram story, and they follow each other. His friend explained that they both bought the gifts together while shopping, and he gave me one to his girlfriend. Considering all of this, what is he truly feeling towards me right now? And where is our connection heading? So he got a gift, just so I'm right, Samreen, he got a gift for you, but he also got a gift, this same gift, and gave it to someone else. Is that right? Let's get an energy read on them. Yes. Okay. Oh man. It's not what you want to know. It's not what you want to find out, is it? This is your argument. Yeah. 5 of Swords. And look, there's the 3 of you here. It's all kind of, the sky is still, it's like there's been a thunderstorm. It's still going on, yeah? It feels tense. Bear with me one moment. I didn't see that betrayal coming. No, I bet. I feel his friend is covering up for him. So some decisions to be made, but this is this fallout. This is the argument. And maybe at the moment, like, you know, that it is okay to walk away, to withdraw. You see how these kind of parties have scattered, yeah? There's distance between all these 3 people. Maybe, and I feel like this is his energy, yeah? And maybe he doesn't quite understand what damage is caused, because the 5 is when something passes quickly, yeah? So I kind of suspect that he feels like that this will blow over. And that's really up to you, Samreen, about... Oh, there we go. So he says he's still trying to convince me that he loves me and there is no one else. So he's hoping, he is expecting maybe, or wanting this to, you know, he just wants to move past it. Understandably, because he's being caught out, yeah? But really, you know, swords, the suit of swords is very painful. It is about betrayal, you know, the sharp side of the sword, that there is like, he's really hurt you here, okay? Okay. So I feel like this is a continuation of his energy, and I feel like he is kind of a bit of a magician and maybe has a hold over you, Samreen, as well. Yeah, he's maybe good with his words, he's charming. He could also, that he can be an idiot and that he's hurt you and that, he does love you, but there is also a genuine betrayal here. So those, like I mentioned in another reading, those two things can exist. Yeah, that people can love you, but they can be in a place where they still mess up, and that what they have to offer you is maybe limited. This says something about his maybe power over you, though, or his ability. He is somewhat of a magician, is what I'm getting from this card. He has a lot of personal power, maybe a lot of confidence, and maybe even a slightly manipulative energy could come through here. I am questioning my position in his life. Yeah, all this back and forth with me just to cheat on me. First things first, so this is your energy advice for you, Samreen, is the Queen of Cups, is that emotions are really running high, okay, at the minute, that you are at the kind of peak of feeling hurt, of feeling betrayed. So it's all that you need to do right now is like feel these feelings. So feel the sadness, feel the anger. Doesn't mean that we have to act on it. So don't reignite this argument in text or on the phone or face to face. Try to create some distance, okay, until we can level out. Because the Queen of Cups, it's like we need to let the ocean of emotions that has come up, we need to process it more and really let the emotions settle a bit more, like let the ocean calm before we really see where the land lies and what we want to do. Because there's no right or wrong decision here, Samreen, in how you decide to move forward. There's no judgment here ever to know that if this is something you want to continue or if it's something you want to walk away from. But I don't feel like now is the time for you to make any decisions. So don't feel pressure to do that. You take your time, take as long as you need to work out how you feel and what you want to do. They will continue, obviously, just to try to move you past this. Just try to bury this and move past this as quickly as possible. And like I say, maybe they're good with their words, good with they'll say the right thing, and that's fine. Listen to what they've got to say, take it with a pinch of salt, and they'll probably continue to try to stay in this connection and maybe rush you to forgive them as well. Buffering. Try to maybe go back after I've ended this live and watch it again. I'll pull one more. Final message, please, Spirit, for Samreen, because this is a hard situation. The Fool. So there is a new beginning, a new adventure. And it can be that you decide to try again and go on a new adventure with them and take a risk, because all love connections are a risk and it is a leap of faith. Or you may decide to take, do you know what? I want to release this person and I'm going to take a leap of faith of finding a new connection. And that's really where it lands at the end of once we have got a grip on our emotions in a way, once the dust has settled, this is where we're going to take a risk. The next step is the Fool and going on an adventure. And that really is only what your heart can tell you in which direction that will be in. They'll be there waiting for you to go back to them. So it really will be, the ball will be in your court. Do I take a risk and a leap of faith and try again and see where this connection goes? Or have I lost faith and the trust is broken? This isn't something that I can rebound from and I'm going to go elsewhere. So that's where we land. But we're not there yet, okay? And we don't need to rush or push the time frame to get to there. We stay in our Queen of Cups, in our emotions, in our feelings for as long as we need to. So the message for you, Samreen, is take your time and don't feel pressured by them to rush in. Fools rush in, yeah? Okay, I'll leave it there. Hopefully, if it was buffering, that you can go back and watch this. Let me know. Hey, Crozier. The live has just ended now. I'm so sorry, but please join us on Friday. So I go live every Monday and Friday. Keep an eye on the community post for all, the community tab for all schedule updates, okay? But thank you all for those that joined today. I hope the messages you received brought you clarity, brought you peace and some inspiration for the days ahead. Remember to always take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and trust your own inner guidance. I'll be back, like I say, on our next live on Friday. So please keep an eye on the community tab for the schedule and updates. But until then, be kind to yourselves, keep centering your energy and stay open to the guidance around you. Wishing you all much love and light. Take care. Keep us posted, Samreen. There is light out there. Yeah, and hopefully rewatch and let me know. Comment on the live after to make sure that you got this message. Okay, love and light, guys. Bye now. Thank you, Geeta, for moderating as well.